Hey everyone, so today we're taking a look at the limited edition of Desperation. Desperation was done as a limited edition by Donald Grant in 1996. It was published in 2 states, the first of which was the gift edition. That's this guy. This book was published at $75, which is how much I paid for mine at the time. And I want to say it remained unsold out and available for many years. You could get this at $75, I want to say, up into the early years of the 2000s. Could be wrong, but it was quite some time. Anyway, the book is a really nicely done gift edition. It comes in a red cloth slipcase with black and gold foil stamping on the front, this little scorpion piece on the bottom, and the spine. The book itself features really neat artwork on the jacket. It's got a matching binding that matches the slipcase over there. It's got printed end sheets and full color tipped in illustrations throughout. So it's a really nice, for $75, the quality of this edition is tops. This is, look at that. So this is a really solid gift state, especially, there's another example. And I lost my train of thought. But anyway, it's a very nice book. It's got wraparound jacket artwork, and it's beautifully bound. The slipcase is nice, and you know, it was a nice book in 1996, and it's still a nice book today. So that is the gift state of Desperation from Donald Grant. And now we have the numbered state of Desperation, also published by Grant. This one is a variation of the gift state. It comes in a beautiful tray case. So, you know, if the gift state had the qualities of a numbered, this numbered has the qualities of a lettered, comes in a beautiful tray case, bound in leather with red foil stamping on the front and the spine, a beautiful red felt interior to the tray case, and the book is bound in black leather. It comes with a little bit of protective, like a glassine protective cover on it that I never removed. Also comes with an errata statement. And this one was done, this is a signed limited edition, 2,000 copies. 2,000 copies and 50 PCs, but 2,000 copies, which is absolutely nuts for a signed limited edition. I can't think of any other signed limited edition in my brain that has a print run of 2,000 copies. I don't even think I can think of a gift edition with 2,000 copies. So this must have taken King and Don Mates God knows how long to sign. But here's the page where you can see 2,000 copies. Just craziness there. Just total craziness. Just unbelievable. So yeah, I don't know, man. And the inside of the book is, I believe, the same as the gift. So it's got the same illustrated tip sheets and whatnot. So it's very, very nice. It's basically a lettered, and they did 2,000 of these. So pretty nuts. And speaking of lettered, there was no lettered edition of Desperation, just these two, the numbered and the gift. So that is the limited Desperation. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the limited edition of the Regulators. The Regulators was published in 2 states, a numbered and a lettered. The lettered one was designed by Joe Stefko of Charnel House, and both were published by Dutton. The numbered one, which is this guy, is just a totally gonzo large press limited edition. I was just doing a video about the Putnam limited editions of some of the Dean Koontz novels, and those were stellar, and I totally forgot about this. This even knocks those out of the park. I mean, this one for a large press is totally nuts. Look at this thing. So it comes in a box. It's not even a tray case, it's a box with this really cool Motocops 2200 piece of artwork on the front, which makes it look like it's a like a toy in here, as seen in the Regulators. So that's a really cool presentation. It's a cloth box and doesn't open easily. That's the only complaint about this thing. The book inside is a really nicely bound edition. It's bound in red cloth with black stamped letters on the spine, and this little logo on the front. This was one of 500 copies. It was a 500 copy print run. It's got illustrations tipped in. There's an example. Let's find one more. Oh, there's another one. And the really cool thing about this is the limitation page, right? So King didn't want to sign the book as himself because it was published under the Richard Bachman pseudonym. So I can't remember who came up with this idea, but it's someone on Facebook. Was it Dave Hinchberger? Dave Hinchberger, I think, came up with the idea of doing personal checks where the number of the check represents the number of the copy, signed by King as Bachman and made out to people and companies that are of the Stephen King universe. So my check in this one, so the number of the check, which is 44 in this case, is the number of the book. It's copy 44, signed by King as Bachman. And my check is made out to the Morris Toy Company for G.I. Joe Vietnam Footlocker. The Morris Toy Company, if you don't remember, is the company that produced the soldier toys in Battleground, in the short story Battleground. So each of the checks has to do with something from a King story or novel, and that's pretty cool. Really unique idea. Anyway, the book was also published as a 52 copy lettered edition, and I missed the goddamn thing. My biggest regret in Stephen King collecting, probably even bigger than the Asbestos Firestarter that I passed. That was a $425 book, and I let it go. This one, I was a customer already of Charnel House. They had done a signed limited edition of Dean Koontz's book Beast Child in 1992, and I had purchased that book. I knew of Charnel House. I knew about them, and they were selling that, and the internet was young. It was like through print catalogs and whatnot, and I just missed it, and it was sold out. And then by the time I found it for sale, it was hundreds of dollars more than issue price. I couldn't afford it at the time. I was in my 20s in 1996. I was 25 years old, and I couldn't afford it at $700 or whatever it was. So I let it go again, and then, you know, before you knew it, it was $2,000, and then $4,000, $8,000. Now it's $16,000. So it's forever beyond me. But that book is my favorite, absolutely my favorite King limited edition. It's just a gorgeous book. If you haven't seen it, I've held one, but I don't own it. So sadly, I can't show you that amazing lettered edition of the Regulators, but you'll have to settle for the relatively lame numbered one instead. So maybe not someday. Okay, and finally we have the UK signed limited edition of Desperation and the Regulators, which was done as a 2-volume slipcase set by Hodder and Stoughton. This lame production is typical of large press limited editions. So night and day from the Dutton signed limited Regulators and the Dutton Regulators, which is a large press limited edition, which is just stunning on all levels. This is just horrifically lame, aesthetically unappealing, and boring. It's 2 books in a plain bluish slipcase made of cardboard, and the 2 books are together. These things are bound in blue leather. I guess this is leather, but it's just no jacket, no artwork, nothing, just gold foil stamping on the spines. And that's what you get. It's no illustrations, nothing. That's why I don't own half of these. I have Wizard and Glass, but I didn't get Rose Madder. There's a bunch of them I didn't get because they're just so boring and lame, and I don't know. It just takes up shelf space, and these books really kind of suck. Anyway, this was limited to 250 copies, and as you can see, it's the signature is signed by King, but it's a sticky note. It's literally a sticky note. There's the number out of 250, right? So they sent King a pile of sticky notes, like a pad of sticky notes, and he signed them and returned them, and they just slapped them onto the title page. I mean, it's not even like a signature page tipped in. It's freaking lame. Lame on everywhere. So I'm clearly not the biggest fan of this edition. And I don't know if anyone really likes these, but probably for completists only. Otherwise, it's a hard pass. These are ugly and, did I say lame? Lame and boring. And, you know, I guess if you want to have every books that was signed by King, you can get this, but maybe just get the sticky note, because the book isn't even really signed, just the sticky note. Anyway, that's what the UK large press did with this set. Yay, Desperation, Regulators from England.